What's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to take a look at ARK Survival Ascended on the RX 6800 XT. We're going to be focusing at 1440p today. Let's go through the settings first. So I've kind of done a mix of settings here to try to get as much performance as we can at 1440p. And if you watched my previous video, I looked at this on the 7900 XTX. And essentially the global illumination quality here, this is pretty much the most demanding setting in the game. So Epic and High use Lumen and Medium and Low do not. Unfortunately, there is no FSR in the game, so all you have is this resolution scale, which is kind of finicky. Sometimes like it'll go back to 80%. You can't set it to 100%, but sometimes it'll stick to 60% depending on what type of graphical preset you choose. So it's kind of I don't know. This game is needs quite a bit more work. Global illumination, I wouldn't go below high just because once you drop to medium, it looks noticeably worse. I will actually show what that looks like. This is Epic Global Illumination. This is High Global Illumination. This is Medium Global Illumination. And this is Low Global Illumination. Yeah, low looks pretty bad. I think high is the way to go. Maybe medium if you really had to, but I would stick to high and then sacrifice everything else. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to just set global illumination to high here, and then shadows to high. Shadows is also another quite demanding setting that you don't really want to drop too low. It'll look all blocky and not that great, but global illumination to high looks pretty good. So let's see what we're getting here for performance. So we're getting around 55 FPS, which is very good. There is no stuttering issues in the game other than the usual little tiny Unreal Engine traversal ones, which are not that big a deal. Of course, performance can vary. Like if you look at the ground, you're gonna get 90 FPS, and if you look at the forest, you're gonna get 50. So there is that sort of thing going on, which isn't really that surprising. And everything in this place essentially wants to kill you, so you want to be careful. Now, what I wanted to do is kind of just make our way into the deeper forest and see what kind of performance we get over there. Let's see if we can take down one of these little dinosaurs here. I could use the hide. There we go. Now I can take the hide and we can make some I don't know, some clothing or something. There we go. Alright, so now that I've got some clothing made, let's try to go to cross the river. And these dinosaurs are actually pretty tame. Unless you mess with them, they're not going to really mess with you. And I think you can ride these too and tame them. There's a lot to this game. I think this game is probably a lot of fun, especially if you play with a friend or something in co-op. I can see that being a lot of fun. I actually plan to do that at some point. But anyway, let us cross the river and go towards the denser forest. And hopefully we don't die, because then I'm going to have to start from scratch, which I've done quite a few times in this game. But I think so far we're getting pretty good performance. I mean, I know it's not like a lock 60 or anything, but you're not going to get a lock 60 even if you have a 4090. Speaking of which, I have tried it on mine. At 4K Epic, you can't really do 4K 60, even with a 4090. Although it is a lot more capable, of course. At 1440p, this is actually really good performance, even in this dense forest. So I think that's pretty good. So there is something that I wanted to mention actually. Now if you look here, this looks pretty bland. I don't know, it looks like split pea soup or something. It's not really supposed to look like this. This is supposed to be textured. What I think happened is, what I did was I went to the medium graphical preset, and then I messed around with some of this. But once I went to medium, it lost some of this texture on the ground, There's supposed to be texture like leaves and twigs and stuff like that. If you set it to the higher presets, it's not like that. And I can't seem to replicate it messing with the settings. So I don't know what setting is causing that. But I think that is actually helping us with the performance a little bit. And I personally don't mind it because this place is so densely, the vegetation is so dense that it's not really an issue. Unless you get to the beach, maybe. This type of performance we're getting here, it's actually pretty good. Considering the game we're looking at, right? It's all in context. The frame time is it's nice and steady. Something's after me, I think. Something's always after me. But look at this. This is beautiful. I think these guys are actually using Unreal Engine 5.3 or something, because you couldn't use Nanite with foliage. So these guys updated their engine so that it can. That could be also why it's so demanding, this game. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I mean, this looks amazing. This looks really good. Maybe I should try to build a house. If you're playing on a 6800 XT or you're looking for some performance, just go to the medium graphical preset and drop the global illumination from epic to high, because it'll set it to that by default, even when you go to the medium. And you'll get some more performance back. And I think this is perfectly playable. It's great. I mean, look at that frame time. There's no hitches or stutters or anything like that. This is really good. Get back here. Get back here! Fine, run away. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to try to build a house. We need more thatch. Alright, let's build some more walls with windows. One more and then I can complete my walls anyway. There we go. Let's get more thatch. Complete this so we have some safety. Put a sleeping bag down. I think we're going to need 4. So 3 more ceilings. 2, 3. There we go. Alright. There we go. And now the house is complete. All we need is a door so I can protect myself from seagulls. And there we have it, guys. I built my first little tiny house. Nice. It's a really fun experience, I have to say, with the 6800 XT. I mean, we went through the dense forest and we were still getting around 55, 60. But I would say 6800 XT, from what I've seen on how demanding and problematic this game can be, 6800 XT is actually impressing me right now. It's doing a lot better than I thought it would, especially if you check out my 7900 XTX video I did a couple days ago, although we were focused at 4K with that one. But essentially, what I've come to realize between the 7900 XTX and 6800 XT, the 6800 XT will get similar performance to the 7900 XTX that the XTX gets at 4K. The 6800 XT gets at 1440p. That's kind of, it's a bit of a generalization, but it's kind of what I've noticed, right? Going up in resolution, monitor displays, it will cost you guys, it'll cost you GPU performance. You'll have to buy more expensive GPUs if you want to play at 4K. So I think 1440p, it's kind of like the sweet spot. So yeah. But I think that about wraps it up for this video though. But I just want to take a quick look at the game and show you guys how the 6800 XT does in this game, and it actually does pretty well. Quite impressed. So yeah, hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, you can subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.